Steven writes in, fun one here. Steven says, hey, Zach, a lot of love from the UK. Simple question. In order, if you had to pick right now, Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, and Khalil Mack, 1, 2, and 3, how would you rank them and why? So Myles Garrett, if you don't know, is the Browns defensive end, former number 1 overall pick. He's phenomenal. Aaron Donald is the Rams defensive tackle, and Khalil Mack is a defensive end for the Chicago Bears. How would I rank them? It's actually, this was fun to think about, a fun exercise. And I want to be clear about something. 1, 2, and 3. These are like splitting hairs, or maybe like splitting atoms. Like, it's incredibly close between Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald, and Myles Garrett. I think the biggest gap is between 1 and 2, actually. And I'm going to answer this question as if I was building a team. Who would I want to have the most? And there's some factors in there that are not just like who's the best player. So I'm going to do it that way. If I was building a football team, the number 1 player I would want out of these 3 is Aaron Donald. Absolutely Aaron Donald. He neutralizes the run game. Because he's so good inside, he actually makes your defensive ends even better coming off the edge. Something I learned from Brett Coleman I really appreciate is Brett Coleman pointed out the way that an interior defensive lineman really can impact a defensive tackle. Look at DeMarcus Lawrence on the Dallas Cowboys. Part of why he's got low production right now is the Cowboys don't have a very good defensive tackle helping him out. And Aaron Donald can make both guys on the outside look way, way better because of how good he is inside. By the way, can stop the run, but Aaron Donald's also a surprisingly, shockingly good pass rusher for a defensive tackle. It's very, very rare to find a guy who's a run stuffer who can also get after the quarterback and get a lot of sacks. Aaron Donald is crazy versatile. He's one of a kind. He works hard. He's a great leader. I 1,000% would pay a ton of money to get him on my football team. And if you asked me, like, I remember was it 2 years ago now, when Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack got massive contracts back to back. I think Aaron Donald's contract is simply better because of the impact he has on so many more aspects of the game and more people around him. Aaron Donald is probably the defensive player I would take over almost anybody in the NFL. I'm having a hard time thinking of who I would rather have on my football team if I had a number 1 overall defensive pick in the NFL. Like if someone said, pick any defensive player throughout the league, who would you want? I honestly think Aaron Donald is my number 1 overall pick. I really love Aaron Donald. I think he's so underrated, even in spite of the fact he's like incredible and people know he's incredible. So Aaron Donald is the guy I would put number 1 on that list. Number 2 would be Myles Garrett. Look, again, it's like splitting hairs between Myles Garrett and Khalil Mack. The reason why I like Myles Garrett is because he's younger. He's destroying one-on-one matchups. That puts Khalil Mack at number 3. It's also close, though. Based on the first couple weeks, Myles Garrett is doing a better job. He's a bigger challenge, I guess, in pass pro. Like, he really is destroying people in one-on-one matchups. And, I don't know, the league is barely caught on to how good Myles Garrett has very quickly become. And you see, when you watch Khalil Mack, I watch him on Thursday Night Football, people understand you can't leave Khalil Mack in a one-on-one situation. The league is caught up to Khalil Mack. They're giving him the respect he deserves. Myles Garrett, people are still catching up to, you literally cannot leave him one-on-one with anybody. He will destroy you and sack the quarterback. We saw the Dallas Cowboys learn that very quickly. Actually, they didn't learn that. They just were an example of, hey, don't leave him one-on-one. The Cowboys never made an adjustment to do better blocking Myles Garrett, not putting him in one-on-one opportunities. So because the league hasn't caught up to Myles Garrett, he gets better opportunities. So I would take Myles Garrett number 2, Khalil Mack number 3, but that's like, it's so close. It's like splitting atoms. It's ridiculous how difficult of a call that would be. But number 1, Aaron Donald. I'm above everybody else. Aaron Donald is by far the guy in the league. If I'm building a defense, he's the number 1 guy I pick. Probably, as I say it out loud, he's the number 1 guy across the league I would pick above everybody else. I love Aaron Donald. He has such a big impact. He impacts your cornerbacks and your what do you call the secondary, where he makes, I don't know why I blanked on that word for a second, but he makes it, because the quarterback has to get rid of the ball quickly. Your secondary benefits, your defensive ends benefit, your linebackers benefit, because if they miss a gap, Aaron Donald swims and he's right there making a tackle anyway. Aaron Donald has a profound impact on a football game, and much more than almost any other defensive lineman in the entire NFL.